And just quickly, I want to talk a little bit about accounting software and systems. It's not really within our scope of accountability as a manager within an organization, unless we're a sole trader. But just broadly understanding the landscape, how the figures and how the numbers are crunched in the background. Um, it's in most cases it's done automatically by accounting software. So we have uh, revenue, transactions, sales. As we raise an invoice, it feeds into our record keeping and bookkeeping systems, so that those figures go directly into the appropriate line, be they the revenue line or the expense line, and so forth. And then the system will produce reports on a regular basis as it's been programmed to give us the outcomes of the reporting period. So as invoices come in and they're entered into the system, as we do work and invoices go out, and it's entered through the system, these totals, these numbers get accumulated, and then once a month, let's say, a report will come out and say this is the performance uh, for for that month, and so it'll feed in with things such as your accounts payable and accounts receivable, your journals, your general ledgers, your payroll runs and trial balances and so forth. All these in little systems. If you look at a big organization and you've got different departments that are doing these things, like you might have HR doing payroll, you've got accounts department doing accounts receivable, then you've got another department doing accounts payable. All these people are working within their segment of the system. All feeds into the one reporting uh, database that then produces these reports out for us. And there's a myriad of different accounting software programs out there. The most popular ones are things like QuickBooks, MYOB, Xero, Reckon, but depends on the size. Each of these will depend on the size of your business and the nature of what you do. For large businesses, they may also have, customizations of each of those. That's not to say that some small businesses out there still use um, manual systems. So things like paper-based, there'd be operators out there who are still running the books physically, actual um, ledgers, paper and pen, or most commonly, something on Excel or Lotus Notes or one of those spreadsheet-based systems. But instead of figures going from one spot here automatically into another one, more than likely, it's more manual based, where you're entering figures in here and then having to transfer them over to there, depending on how savvy you are with spreadsheets. But these systems are critical to feeding the reporting. Of course, our role within that is understanding that these are the systems that go in. And like with any system, the quality of the information that comes out is only as good as the quality of information that goes in. So as we're having information go into these systems that comes across our scope of responsibility, we need to make sure about the quality of that information, and I'll talk more about that shortly.